Everybody, Jason Creel with the Lawn Care Life. Today I'm going to show you my new string trimmer, and I'm going to show you how I set up my string trimmer, going over the type of oil I use, how I do the trimmer head that I use, and the line that I'm going to put on it. Just show you the basic setup, which trimmer I'm using. So personally I like Husqvarna trimmers. That doesn't mean they're the only good trimmers. That's just the ones I've been using for years, and I like them. To be honest, my favorite trimmer I ever had was a Husqvarna 326 LS. And I don't think they make that one anymore. Well, I like it, it only weighed 9 pounds and it had good power, and I just liked it being light. So, but the one I've had lately is and this one they still make, I believe this is a Husqvarna 525 LS. But I just ordered a different one, and it came in, I even opened out of the box yet. So I thought I'd open it, and then I'm going to set it up the way that I like to use it. Doesn't mean it's the only way to set one up, but it's the way that I'm going to set mine up. So let's get started. I'm going to put my sunglasses on. The sun's a little bright today. Let's see what I got here. Okay, so the Husqvarnas, they actually come with a pretty good trimmer head on them, but I like these speed feed heads. So I'm going to take the speed feed head. I don't have a new one, but I'm going to take the speed feed head off of my old trimmer and put it onto the new trimmer, and I may put this one on the old trimmer for the time being. So that's one thing I'm gonna do. You notice it comes with the guard. I don't put the guards on there. I know that's some people don't agree with that, and they want the guard, and there's some drawbacks of not having the guard. It can make the line longer. It can put more strain on the trimmer and things like that. It can, people say it might void the warranty and things like that, but it's just, for me, it's just personal preference. I like running it without the guard because I like to have the string a little bit longer. I think I can see better what I'm doing, and I can the guard gets in the way, but you obviously got to be careful. You're more likely to throw debris, and so make your own decision as far as that goes, but I'm just telling you how I set mine up. So I'm going to get the trimmer head off on this particular one. It's got a little hole here, and you just take a nail or a screwdriver or anything. I've got a nail here. I don't know if it may be too big, but you twist it. Okay, there we go. Until you find it hits a little hole. And I think these are threaded opposite, so it's not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It's the opposite. So I think I'm going to turn it to the right to get it off of here. Maybe I'm wrong. Yep, that's how you do it. So anyway, and I'm going to put a link to these things in the description. This is, according to Husqvarna, I mean, the 525 LS is more of a commercial grade trimmer, and this is, a step down in power, so that it's a little bit less expensive. I think this retails at like $240. Now this, I don't even know if I gave the name to it, but this is the 322L is the one I got. Of course, I haven't used it, never used one before, haven't cranked it. I'm going to do that in this video, make sure they work. So now we got to take this trimmer head off. Same idea. It's got a little hole here that you twist it till it catches, and then let's see, turn it to the right. And these speed feed heads, I'll put a link to the trimmer I'm using and all the products. Drop that in the description of the video. All right. So now, that's one of the most important things. Again, there's nothing wrong with those Husqvarna trimmer heads. I just like these. I like that you don't have to take the cap off to feed the line through, and you know, they feed real well. And just to me, the speed feed heads are just a great addition. So, and since it didn't come with the guard on it, I don't have to put the guard on. I may take this one little metal bracket off at some point. But I think we're mostly set up. I'm going to show you the line that I've used, and then I'm going to show you the oil that I run in these. Now, I do try to put ethanol-free gas in all my small engine stuff, but also use, let me just go get it. I'll show you the oil I'm using. It came with some 2-cycle oil, and I may use that as well, but I want to show you the oil that I usually run in these pieces of equipment. So the line I've been using on my trimmer is this. It's a braided line. It says low noise on it. I'm honest, I'm not one that has just like thinks that the line makes a huge difference. Now I do have some heavy duty line that has metal in it for cutting heavy brush, and it makes sense to me that some line, you know, they have the square line, it's probably going to cut a little better than the round line. This is the braided line, and I do think some of the lines are a little bit quieter than others, but I guess my point is the trimmer to me makes a lot bigger difference on the cutting versus the line. I'm not saying there's not a difference in some lines than the others, but sometimes people ask me what size line I use. I use the 0.095 diameter. So that's the line. And then for the oil, I think this is important. Like I said, I use the ethanol-free gas, but I use this Opti 2 2-cycle oil. And what I like about it, you see here my lines have worn off, so I've got a 1-gallon mark and a 2-gallon mark, but it's like a tip and pour jug. What I like about this is that, and I don't understand this, but you know, if you got some pieces of equipment that run on a 40-to-1 mixture and some run on a 50-to-1 mixture, this, you just put the same amount in there for 1 gallon of gas and it works. Now, don't ask me to explain how that is. That doesn't make sense to me. But it also contains a fuel stabilizer, so you know, maybe if you got some gas that something to sit in your equipment too long, it may help prevent some problems from your equipment sitting. So anyway, I've just used this and I've had good results with it for years. What I do, you can buy the smaller jug, and then I buy this big jug to refill the small jug. So I used to keep this on my truck if I needed to mix up a 2-gallon can. But then when this started running low, I could refill it with the big jug, just because this is cheaper, you know, to buy the big one. It's cheaper per the amount of volume you get. So, all right, well, I've already got the line on. Like I say, when you run out of this thing, all you do on these speed feed heads, they're great. You just line up the arrow with the hole. You may not can see it, but anyway, once you line that arrow up with this hole, you can just run. You cut you off about 15 feet of line, you run it through there, pull it equal lengths, and you just turn the head and it cranks it back up for you. It's so great. You don't have to take the head apart and start wrapping it and all that. It's just a nightmare. So okay, we got it set up except for gas. I guess I need some fuel. I've already got the mixed fuel with the Opti 2 in it, so let's put some fuel in this thing. Let's see if it works. First time cranking up the Husqvarna 322L. What I liked about it when I bought it, it weighed only 9 pounds, so I like that, and I think it's going to have decent power. Again, not as much power as the 525 LS I had, but anyway, I'm mostly using this around my house. If you use it full time, the 525 LS is a little over $300. This was like $249, so a little bit cheaper, and I think it'll be plenty for your average homeowner. Let's get started. I forgot to push the primer bulb. see how it does. I can finish that up later. One thing I want to do is I want to see how well it performs upside down. So I'm going to go over here and flip it upside down and try to edge with it. I'm going to see if I can edge this little sidewalk and see if it locks down any when I flip it upside down. Obviously it's not ideal to flip your trimmers upside down. It's not necessarily how they were intended to run, but I think it's a real good feature if they will perform upside down without bogging down or stalling out. Okay, so that's it for setting up my string trimmer. Like I said, I go with the Opti 2 oil. I've got this braided line. I like the speed feed head. I like no guard. And this is the Husqvarna 322L. I like it. I think, like I said, slight step down in power from the 525 I did have. I knew that when I got it. Had no problems flipping upside down, so no ill effects from doing that. I'm not saying it's not great for it, but it performed well, which is mostly what I'm looking for. Had good power and really lightweight. So I think overall I'm pretty happy with it. Now the real test will be how long will it last. You know, can you get years out of it without having problems? And hopefully using that Opti 2 oil will help, you know, keep it from having carburetor problems and things like that, running the ethanol-free gas. So let me hear your thoughts. What do you think about what I've said today? And do you have a trimmer that you like, a brand that you like? Do you like the Husqvarna trimmers, or is there another brand? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Jason Creel, appreciate you watching the video. I've got over 500 videos on the channel, so I'd encourage you to subscribe. If you're in the lawn business, go check out lawncarelife.com. I've got a lot of resources over there, recommended products, things like that. And there's also some links in the description to help you out, including the products we talked about today. Appreciate you watching. Talk to you guys later. Bye.